like I found out who the Who was. Apparently we have a rat in the back. Or should I say rats? A couple people looking around here. I've ran a tight ship here at Angel Gate without letting any rats get in. OSHA Inc., get your asses out here before I drag you out here.
You're gonna die. Nico. Kill them, Nico.
You're not gonna run down my good name.
I'll watch.
Running down our good name, sir. Running down our good name. Quit the business.
Well. Who do we have here?
Three jobbers. Jobber 1, Jobber 2, and Jobber 3.
That's a lie.
Jobber 1, Jobber 2, Jobber City.
I'm at least jobber 3.
Jobber City. Then you're Jobber 3 anyway, you're
I
Jobber.
see Larry, I see Curly, and I see Doug. Now we know, and you know, you guys don't do anything without getting paid. So who put you up to taking out our champion?
Always.
And it's time to speak now or forever. Hold your peace.
Rocketman got the money.
I am not gonna stand here while you run down our good name.
Shut up, Governor.
We are the Fight Society Triple Crown champions.
Who cares?
You better realize who you're talking to before I slap the piss out of you.
Apparently you don't know who I am. They know who I am. In case they needed a little reminder, my name is Igor.
Calm things down.
No need to get.
We're not here for trouble.
Clearly, we know you got paid for the attack of Sean and Reed. Did we get paid? We got paid a lot. There you go. The rats have come clean. Clearly, we can only play one person who pushed off to this.
Kill him, Nico. Jim Miller.
Adena Steele.
Jim Miller. We don't know.
She couldn't beat Shauna Reed, and she hired you 3 punks to take her out.
We're just here for safety.
Or Reed Graves.
Get your ass out of here.
That's no way to talk to a woman.
Shut up, man.
I'm not here for trouble.
Do you have something to say?
Matter of fact, I do.
Yes.
You're damn right I had them take out Shauna Reed for me tonight.
That's why she's laid up in McKees Ward Hospital right now. Send her flowers. Send her flowers. Room 214. Get well soon.
Get well soon.
We want Corey Graves.
Do you know what Alpha stands for? Have you seen the women here? Have you seen Shauna?
Yeah.
I obviously deserve the Alpha championship.
She does.
I don't need to take her on. I don't need to take anyone here on to prove that.
Sure.
Nope. Yeah.
Give it to her right now.
Shut
You
up.
think I'm gonna hand over the title
Do the right move.
because you had 3 guys take out Shauna Reed? You have no idea what you got yourself into. You get your ass back out here for the main event, we're gonna take care of this thing. We'll see you at the main event.
It better be for the title.
Prepare yourself. They ran up you out. Beat him up.
And this Southern Bruiser making her return here Crystal Fire is brash, unapologetic, and dangerous.
That's right. This young lady brings that southern style of wrestling, much like fantasy, but also with a much more bruising style.
I can appreciate some LL Cool J, Paul.
In the house.
We need some Eazy-E to accompany this thing. We'll go real old school and get some Marvin in here, some of the Shy Lights.
All right. Showing your age now.
Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Cleveland, Tennessee. You play with fire, you will get burned. This is Crystal Fire. And hailing from the Breakdancing Hall of Fame, making her return to the ring after 8 years, this is Vaine.
A comeback 8 years in the making, Paul, something you can kind of relate to. You had a comeback to wrestling once.
Yeah, and I learned after that. I belong up here right now.
Crystal Fire looked like she enjoyed being checked by George Ross before this matchup.
A little too much.
By the looks of it, George enjoyed it too. Look out.
Yeah, Fate trying to show a little sportsmanship there, and Crystal Fire's having nothing of it.
This bruiser does not care. But Fate's not going to be made a fool of. And immediately, Crystal Fire is taking a timeout here. I think she thought she was just going to bull rush her opponent here and take over from there, but no such luck.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's face it, the last 8+ years, Crystal Fire has been honing her craft while Fate apparently has been on the sidelines.
Perhaps this is some psychological mind games from Crystal Fire here, Paul. She's trying to ragdoll Fade here.
She
brings her
her
neck up. And as you can see, she pulled out some of those blonde locks.
Rather innovative style leg lock here by Crystal Fire.
That's one way to say it. Very poor ring positioning, however. I'm not sure what she's going for here.
Now she's putting a lot of pressure on that outside leg while stretching that inside leg at the same time.
This is almost like in MMA, a banana split, except Crystal Fire has not hooked that right leg to complete the maneuver, but maybe she just wants to bite her. She's biting on her calves. Come on, George. Well, technique is not Crystal Fire's strong suit, and she likes it that way.
Oh, she's more of a punch in the mouth kind of gal.
She's no finesse, all impact. Like I said, no finesse, all impact.
Without a doubt.
And at the end of the day, it's about results. You don't win on style points.
Not by the least. You know, one thing we got to make note of here, Jim. You know, Vaine has been out of the ring for 8 years. Now, as we've stated before, you can be in all kind of cardio conditioning.
That was a car crash.
That was without a doubt. But you can be in all kind of cardio conditioning, but nothing replaces in-ring competition as far as shape goes. How long is Vaine going to actually be able to last in this match?
Well, she could be going for the end here. Came down with the double knees. Paul, I'll ask you. I mean, you did make a brief comeback to the ring and ruined one of our canvases in the process. A whole different situation. What was it like getting in there for the first time after years of being on the sidelines?
Well, it's like I was just stating. There is nothing like being inside that ring. Nothing like being in ring shape. Again, you can have all that you can do is step mills, the cardio, all you want. But the impact you take in that ring takes a toll on the body. And unless you're in there night after night, you are not going to have that conditioning just stepping back in the ropes after 8 years.
Vaine just got planted. I thought that was it.
That looked very close. She got that shoulder up at the last possible second.
This McKeesport crowd appreciating the stylings of Vaine, but her fate may be sealed, no pun intended, because Crystal Fire is a unorthodox bruiser who is looking to dislocate both of the shoulders.
She has been coming up with some very innovative and different styles of submission here that I've never seen before.
And Crystal Fire endearing herself to the audience.
Hey, Crystal Fire cares about one thing and one thing only, and that's winning.
Paul, Vaine may be locked up here.
Yeah, I don't see it. I do not see an escape here for Vaine. She may have to give this up.
She may not have anywhere to go. And taking her down to the canvas further adds torque on that left arm.
And that's exactly what it is. She cannot pin her from this position, obviously, but she is just trying to inflict more and more damage to those shoulder joints. And look at the way she's wrenching on the wrist and thumb as well. And if you notice, Vaine has that thumb taped up, that wrist taped up, so there's obviously an injury there.
And she is bending that wrist in the opposite way than nature intended.
Yeah, I know she's probably using that tape as some sort of support, but she might as well just draw a target on it.
And this is getting a little uncomfortable to watch, to be honest.
Watch this impact here.
Oh,
wow.
My God.
Last minute gets that boot up right into the face of Crystal Fire.
That was a train wreck, as was that.
She definitely did not get all of that.
Vaine is in desperation mode. She's in survival mode. She just hurled herself at Crystal Fire to do anything she could to have some type of surcease from this offensive assault.
No, she had to do something here because she was definitely on the short end of this beating right now. And now just pulling the hair. Nothing scientific about that, that's for sure.
Well, this isn't good at all. This isn't good at all.
Wow.
Spinning face plant.
Just drove her face first into that canvas.
And again, I got to be honest, Paul, I'm kind of hoping this one's over just for Vaine's physical safety. Maybe she should have stayed in retirement.
Yeah, this is my point about trying to come back after so long.
I'm not trying to sell her short. She has a stellar reputation throughout her career. But maybe a comeback at this juncture, at this stage, was not the best idea because she is being assaulted inside those ring ropes.
Like we stated earlier, taking that punishment is just something you got to be ready for time and time again. And being out of the ring that long, like, yeah, we said it. I did it, and you know, it was a tough time. Crystal Fire just lining up Fate right now.
She's taking her time. She may be taking too much time. And she is. Shoulders down.
She got her. Incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Vaine.
A successful return to the ring for Fate here at Angel Gate, but it sure as hell wasn't easy.
No, her first match back after 8 years, and she scores a victory over Crystal Fire.
Fire. Very hard fought fight here tonight. We came up a little bit short. Can I just get your thoughts on the matchup?
A little bit short, looks like you're a little bit short, sweetie. And that douchebag that just went to the back, you think you're on a full fight? Get back out here and let's fight now! I'm sick and tired of being run over this business. I'm tired of it. I'm the biggest, baddest damn thing in this business. And I ain't gonna stop until I get to go!
Crystal Fire fired up, for lack of a better term.
Well, that's one thing I'll agree with. Things usually are at least half of Nick's fault. October 26, 2019, Angel Gate Women's Wrestling continuing here. My name's Jim Amata, being joined by Paul Atlas. And Paul, I'm not sure, are we really going to go through with this thing?
Yeah, apparently we are. This match was made earlier tonight by, the two competitors.
Well, I'll be damned.
She's coming out. She's ready for it.
She's here. And she looks ready to go.
Oh, look out.
Man, cheap shot before she even gets through the ropes.
Did you expect nothing less out of Charlie Kruel?
Tatiana Rose, a young lady that's been training at the Fight Society Institute. Charlie Kruel made this challenge, and Tatiana Rose is having her first matchup ever in her career.
And if Charlie Kruel gets her way, it's going to be her last matchup ever. But Tatiana seemed to be had enough of the abuse she was taking.
No, look out. Oh, Paul, we need to put a stop to this because this isn't a matchup. This is Charlie Kruel trying to end Tatiana's career before it ever starts here. And where is this crazy woman?
Yeah, Tatiana training right now at the Fight Society Institute. You know, I've guest instructed at some of those sessions, and you know, she's a bright young lady with a great future ahead of her. But I think she's bit off a little more than she can chew tonight.
Yeah, she's an artist outside of professional wrestling.
Our referee trying to reason with the young Tatiana, asking her if she wants to really go through with this, and she says she does. And we're off.
And Paul, she's been at a disadvantage since before she got in the ring. And Charlie Kruel is a young lady who is entering her physical peak, her physical prime of her career. and she's trying to mug a young athlete who is just starting here.
And not only that, like we mentioned before, this young lady's been off her meds for quite some time. She's really unhinged right now.
And Paul, Tatiana's a nice young lady. She doesn't deserve any of this.
No, she was just out here trying to do her job and interview our competitors after their matches. And, well, Charlie Kruel took exception to that and basically goaded Tatiana into this match.
And now she's bending the spine.
Putting a lot of torque on the knee and ankle as well.
And Tatiana, you can see the desperation here. She's
doing
trying to get to the ropes.
And she's got there.
And none of this is necessary, quite frankly.
All right. Charlie Kruel showing off her math skills.
Paul, I'm concerned here. I got to be honest. Tatiana is not a wrestler yet.
No. Like I said, she's training right now, and I've attended those sessions, and yeah, she does have a bright future, but it could be cut short here tonight.
But she's taking knees in the face, knees in the sternum. And what for Charlie Kruel? What is she on an ego trip or something? What does this prove?
I don't know what she's trying to prove by beating up our interviewer, for lack of a better term. That was Tatiana's job tonight, was to interview our competitors. Hey, if you don't like it, don't talk to her.
Well, no one is forced to give a post-match interview. It was an option to allow athletes to have a platform. And look at Tatiana!
He hit it!
He might do it! Oh. What an upset that was.
That was close. Very close. This young lady's digging down now. She's firing up. She's starting to realize she may have this match.
I think she surprised herself with that, but... Oh, no.
Just like that, though. Thumbs to the eyes, followed by a snap of the hair. And Kruel is right back on top here. Now using that head as a weapon.
And again, Paul, I think our referee should stop this thing. Or just fast countered, because I do not want to see Tatiana Rose get hurt out.
And I don't think she's going to give up on her own. This young lady has a lot of pride.
I think this crowd is actually inciting Charlie Kruel even further. She's trying to mount some offense here.
Nice.
Takedown.
Nice series of clotheslines there by Tatiana Rose.
Neckbreaker.
Neckbreaker. She could have her here. She could have her here.
You can do it. No.
Oh, just that close.
Paul, you can see her expression change. Tatiana Rose is starting to believe in herself here.
I'm starting to believe in her. This young lady is showing a lot of fire right now.
Mule kick from Charlie Kruel. Oh, look out. She didn't get all of that, so maybe Tatiana can rally back here. Or not, because Charlie Kruel is going to... Oh, man. Wow. Charlie Kruel took the opportunity to add more punishment, and that's it. Forget about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, young Tatiana Rose was no match for Charlie Kruel here tonight.
Well, you got to give it up to young Tatiana Rose.
Oh, she put up a gallant fight here tonight just to come up a little bit short.
She didn't back down from a challenge. And she gave it everything she had in her first professional matchup. and she's clearly upset, and I understand that, but we need to get Charlie Kruel out of here.
Somebody give her a Valium or something. We got a tranquilizer dart in the back.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tatiana Rose!
That was a hell of an effort from a game young lady. She had her game face on, and I think we're going to see young Tatiana Rose.
Well, this ought to be interesting here. We know Shauna Reed's been taken to the hospital here at McKeesport, UPMC.
Yeah, so what the hell is the main event?
Ego's promised he has something up his sleeve, other than his arm, of course.
Paul, are you going to challenge Ego?
Why not?
Hell, I might challenge Ego. Anything can happen.
Challenge him to a promo contest.
Unfortunately, Shauna Reed is still at the emergency room. So I got 4 pieces of trash that I like to come out so I can throw them over the hill like I do all the other garbage in this place.
Well, Adena Steele back out here with OSHA Inc., our Fight Society Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, and Ego says he's got some words for them. Ronnie Starks serving up the violations.
OSHA Inc. has invaded Angel Gate.
You know, these 3 right here are the biggest assholes. And then a new Donna cover sign. You better watch your tone with me. You think for 1 minute you're going to have the Alpha title because of what she did?
It should be here right now, Mike. You want to sign it?
Here.
Shauna, where are you?
Bring out the title!
Bring out the title.
Bring the belt out! Bring it out!
Adena Steele thinks she's entitled to a championship.
Yeah, calling out Shauna Reed, but we know Shauna Reed's still in the emergency room.
Ego's saying everything's under control.
Ah.
For some reason, that doesn't make me feel any better.
And here comes Fantasy. Fantasy apparently has something to say here.
Well, we saw it earlier. The Southern independent wrestling legend had a tremendous showing. Paul, you gonna tell me what a gilf is yet?
Thought we went over that at intermission. I gotta draw you pictures too.
Now wait a minute, this is Rebels music.
Rebels music now, and
does anybody want to tell me what the hell's going on?
Ego has a plan. That's all I can tell you. minute. Wait a minute here. I don't believe what I'm seeing. Wait a minute now.
The Big Bang ain't gonna play around.
No way.
Hey, watch your mouth. It's the family show.
Sandwich might try to be a Twitter tough guy. Trust me, Roni Nicole will drop him.
Yeah, this ain't social media, kid. She'll punch your lights out. Now, wait a minute here. Ronnie and Rebel.
We still don't know what's going on here.
There may be a little bit of a disagreement going on here. Fantasy trying to get in the way.
Is it wrong that I hope Ronnie Starks gets a long-term case of laryngitis?
I don't know if that's going to happen, kid, but I know what you're saying. Now, Ronnie and Rebel still seem to having words here. Fantasy, she looks like she doesn't know what to make of this. And we still don't know what is actually going on out here.
Hey, Ego, how about you tell us what we're doing here? Well, while this is going on, I'm just going to...
Well, I guess we know now.
You get your ass out here. I'll ref this one.
Ref what? What is going on?
Well, it sounds to me like we have a match on our hands. I'm going to go with OSHA Inc. and Adena Steele and Fantasy, Ronnie, and Rebel.
Steele takes a stunner. Paul, I don't know.
Fantasy's got her. Apparently Ego's a ref now, too.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let me get this right here. Steele had paid off OSHA to take out the champion here so that she could get the belt. Get it handed it to her. How the hell did she think that was going to work? I don't know, but that's what happened. Clearly, she wanted Shauna Reed out of the picture one way or another.
That was apparent. That's about the only thing I know right now.
Perhaps if Shauna Reed's going to be on the injured list, perhaps Rebel, perhaps Roni Nicole, and Fantasy want to put themselves in line for a shot at that championship.
And let's not forget, Roni Nicole and Rebel have issues themselves here they need to work
I'm trying to figure out how the hell they're on the same side of the ring here. This has to be for some type of shot at the championship, I assume. Because clearly Ego did not fill us in on any details.
Well, let's not forget the wild card factor, the fact that OSHA Inc. is actually here tonight. They are invading Angel Gate Wrestling. They are not on the Angel Gate roster. I mean, they have some feminine qualities about them, but they're not women. And Fantasy laying the leather
is
all
kicking
now.
ass.
And business is about to pick up here.
Well, Adena Steele is a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, but is she going to be a match for Roni Nicole? And, well, is Sandwich going to be a match for Roni Nicole?
I know we're supposed to be impartial here, Paul, but come on, Roni!
Hey, I'm usually not a betting man, but my money's on Roni because she got the jewels.
You know, that's the first time that Sandwich hasn't had to pay for that in a long time.
I'm
you know
sure. It's probably the first time he was touched like that, and he seemed to like it. Look at the smile on Sandwich's face. I think he's going to ask her. He's going to ask her to do it again.
And Roni Nicole will demolish you. Man, woman, child, animal, beast, she'll fight anybody.
It doesn't matter. There's not a lot of people I wouldn't get in the ring with, and Roni is definitely one of them.
And this is smart from Sandwich.
Yeah, you want to try and ground Roni Nicole. You don't want her. Well, that's a distraction.
You like Adena Steele, huh? How about this?
I think you just made a huge mistake, Mr. Sandwich.
Well, I hope that Sandwich ruptured something in that exchange.
If nothing else, he'll be singing soprano in the choir at church tomorrow, that's for sure.
I feel like after that...
Hey, he wanted it, he's getting it. He's going to smother her.
Well, if Sandwich was going to die in the ring, that might be the way he wanted to go. He might enjoy this too.
Look out! And the mood of Sandwich has definitely changed now.
And Roni Nicole is now in the wrong part of town, Paul.
Yeah, she does not want to find herself in that corner. She needs to fight her way back out of there and get to either Fantasy or Rebel.
And she just got cracked with a right hand. And she's being mugged in the corner. Hey, Ego, how about separating these guys?
You're going to be the referee here, guys. Show some law and order in that ring.
You know, Paul, things have been so crazy. But let's not forget. Oh, look out.
Look out, here comes Rebel
This
now.
is total anarchy. Roni Nicole spent years wrestling full-time in Japan, so she will punch your lights out. And what the hell? Fantasy being used as a human weapon
Well,
here.
hey, why not?
And she's a human javelin. What? She's on Rebel's shoulders.
No, I don't.
She's like 10 feet in the air,
Oh,
Paul.
look out. Is she going to do this? The gilf has flown.
From the
That's the
top,
first time I ever said that on the air.
Rebel's about 6 feet tall. The ring apron's about 4 feet up. I mean, when she went to the floor, she took a legitimate 10 feet.
And she took out everyone in her path.
And Steele is here.
Uh-oh, watch out.
Well, who the hell is legal? Wait a minute. Is she the legal?
I have no idea at this point.
Well, this is chaos, and this is exactly what OSHA Incorporated wanted to do, because I have to reiterate, they have no business here.
No, they are not on this Angel Gate roster, and I know for sure I didn't book this for them to be here tonight.
I really wish someone would tell me what the hell is going on. Rebel getting sandwiched to the corner. Another roll-up. Finds another two.
Rebel's got her hooked here.
Paul, do you think if OSHA wins this matchup, do you think Steele's going to try to claim the championship?
I don't know. Maybe one of OSHA will try to claim the championship. I don't know at this point. Remember, that Alpha Championship can be defended against men as well, so I don't know what the plan here is.
Well, Roni Nicole's getting into it with Ronnie Starks.
My money's on Ronnie.
Oh my God!
Sandwich with a shot to Ego. Ego with a shot to Sandwich.
And what the hell are Rebel and Ronnie?
Fantasy going back to the top again here. Adena Steele, not sure what's going on.
Look out!
Look out, she flies again.
Cover!
3 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners. The team of Fantasy, Rebel, and Roni Nicole.
That was a hell of a match.
It was, without a doubt.
I'm still not sure what the hell's going on, but that was a hell of a match. And Fantasy is a good damn competitor.
Without a doubt. Now trying to reason with Rebel and Roni as they still seem to be trying to hash this whole thing out.
Now wait a minute, Paul. That same dissension here between Roni and Rebel.
Now, like we said, these two young ladies have definite issues right now here at Angel Gate.
And somebody from our production crew can let me know how much time we have here, because there may be a confrontation.
OSHA, Miss Steele, you guys tried to pull a fast one here tonight. You tried to gain the Alpha Championship. It didn't really work out in your favor. Can I just get your guys' thoughts on the night?
Don't trust men because they're idiots.
No, no.
Should have been able to myself.
We're not idiots, we're men. And you belong in the kitchen.
Wait, Ronnie Starks.
He's about to.
That's the only time he's ever been in between two women.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And I believe OSHA's leaving Ronnie Starks high and dry.
And Roni Nicole with a big, solid right hand now.
Hey, something we can all agree on.
Yeah.
Beat the hell out of Ronnie Starks.
Why not?
I would have weasel that pipsqueak.
Get your money back.
I can call him a lot of other things, but that would get us thrown off the air.
And ladies and gentlemen, I am being joined now
Jesus.
by the winners of this 6-person tag team match. Now, ladies, you guys have had your issues in the past. It seems as though you were able to put your issues aside for tonight to do what's best for Angel Gate and the Angel Gate Championship. Can I just get you guys' thoughts on the match here tonight?
You got something to say? I'll tell you. I'm glad to represent for Angel Gate, and I'm glad that we all came together to.
And I'm glad that I was here to save the day as usual, because unlike Raggedy Rebel, Big Bang gets her done.
And what I'm really glad about is that I helped with the win, and just believe this, Ronnie, that this is not over, okay? We came together for Angel Gate, but I still got an issue with you. You don't fight fair, you don't fight clean, and quite frankly, you're just shitty.
Well, the estrogen in this building's overflowing, Paul. These two are going to go at it.
This is a very volatile situation here, and here we go.
I don't know if Rebel wants to exchange shots with the Kawasaki Killer. She earned that moniker, the International Headhunter.
What you about to do, Rebel? I'll tell you what I'll do.
Oh, look. Oh, hey.
They're going at it. Look out now.
Well, Paul, this is not
We got
quite,
security out here trying to get these young ladies apart.
not quite going as planned. All right. Oh, look out. All right. All right, I think we're gonna sign off here.
We're going to wrap this up here, but they're not going to wrap it up down there too soon.
They're pulling hair. This is not good at
Security
all.
cannot get these two young ladies apart. They're going to tear each
All
other
right, Paul,
limb from limb.
we've got bigger problems My name's Jim Amato. You're Paul Atlas. IndyWrestling.us, PWN Network. Join us next time. Fight Society, November 8th. Angel Gate, November 23rd. We'll see you next time.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.